What's up, guys? My name is Section from the Deviants, and today we're going to be reacting to Fruits Basket Season 3, Episode 7. So, last episode, crazy ending. Now, while I was editing that video, I had like the greatest theory ever. I remembered Kyo's mom took her own life by jumping in front of something. And then what we saw in the last episode at the very end with Kyoko's car crash. So I originally thought, oh shoot, was Kyo there when the mom jumped into traffic? The car that hit her was Kyoko, and then because of that, she had to swerve, and then she died as well. And that would have been so crazy. But when I looked back at that one scene that we saw of the mom, she jumped in front of, I think, train tracks. So I mean, that goes out the window. That would have been cool though. I mean, hold on, we're talking about death here. That would have been interesting. But anyways, another thing I thought of was this idea that Kyo is responsible for Kyoko's death somehow is probably the main reason why he doesn't want to go to the cemetery with Toru. Because we see him go to the cemetery, but it's always by himself. He went this year and he went last year by himself. He never went with Toru. Again, we don't know how. Maybe we'll get some answers into this. But anyways, without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure to support the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Even if the world doesn't need me, I decided to keep living for someone who does. And you know, things were still kind of crazy with the move and everything, but I kept busy and bounced back pretty well. How could I not? I've got Toru on my side after all.
I'd always felt I was born to be an object of contempt. That I continued living only to hurt other people. And wasn't I right?
No.
That's why it happened.
Oh no.
Isn't it? Didn't she want to tell me it was my fault?
No. I don't believe she believes it's your fault.
Now, it's not your fault, really. I promise you didn't do anything wrong. Come on inside with Mom. We'll stay there forever, safely inside the house.
Not the bonds.
I won't forgive you.
Oh my
Really,
gosh.
Kyo? Don't you realize Mom knows best? I'll be inside waiting for you.
Yeah, he feels like he might hurt her.
Done. This one's Toru. Kyo, the food's almost ready. Kyo.
Both of them in the same dream. Is that why they came? To remind me that I need to know my place? Because I thought maybe Toru loved me back. Please. Who was I kidding?
No. At first I thought it was Akito. Gosh dang it. They do this. It's been a couple times where they made it seem like Akito, but in actuality it's Ren.
What are you doing in this part of the estate?
Sometimes I need to venture out, find somebody interesting to talk to.
I hear you pressed Isuzu into your service and asked her to fetch a certain box for you.
A worthless child indeed.
A bit hypocritical, don't you think? I did tell you, Ren, that it was our little secret.
It sounded like you were suggesting that I go and retrieve it from her.
Me? I would never.
In any case, the operation failed miserably.
Wait, why do you want it?
It would be.
Why does he want it?
Because no one other than me has the right to touch Akira. His flesh, his blood, his soul
His soot?
would be sullied by someone else's hand.
I hear
Soiled it.
another marriage talk fell apart.
The doctor says he's not long for this world.
Akira and I met not by chance, but
Were you
because
made?
we were fated to. It was destiny.
All these people, and none of them have noticed. But I see what they don't. Because I'm different. So let me
breaking
carry
him.
it all for you instead.
This cannot be allowed. You're just a lowly servant.
But the two of us are in love.
Silence! Get out of here this instant.
That's the
Never
old hag.
set foot on this estate
Ren saw
again.
me. She saw it. And she cried for me.
We had each other, and we didn't need anybody else.
Or maybe she's not. I don't know.
Though it didn't last.
Hey, did you hear? They said Akito's going to be raised as a boy. She's not Akira's #1 anymore, and she can't stand it.
Oh.
Jealousy, that's what it is.
I don't understand why you won't ever hold Akito.
Is she really that jealous?
Akito is a special child who was born for them to love. It's only natural.
Gure? I don't get it.
You know,
Dang, she
Gure,
hates
always
Akito.
complicating things.
Are you saying Ren's a bad person?
Yeah.
What I mean is, she should be pitied.
You poor, unfortunate thing.
What about you? Don't you deserve
My
pity?
hand. Put your hand away.
You want me now just as you did back then.
He's not actually gonna do it, right?
I find myself wondering if she would have resembled you had she only been allowed to live her life as a girl. That's my fantasy. You're quite right.
Dang, dang, pushing her aside.
That box. I can't think of anyone who would be more deserving. If someone's going to be haunted by Akira's ghost, let it be you and you alone.
Heck yeah.
Akito doesn't need that thing.
You should be thanking me. I'm the only reason that child was born in the first place. Don't you see? It's all because I was with him.
Okay. Now I know where Akito gets it from.
No. Why didn't anybody call for me? Why? He's gone.
It happened suddenly. There was no time to call for you. And he wasn't alone at the end.
Oh, he's with Akito.
Akito was with him.
Mmm.
As the new family head, Akito will carry out Akira's final wishes.
You were never more than a toy for Akira to pass the time with.
How
but
dare
now that
you!
he's gone, you're useless.
You're wrong. I'm the chosen one. And I was promised
Yeah.
eternity. It's true.
Yep.
Father told me so himself. If you mock Father's words, then the one nobody needs is you.
Dang. She's going to war.
Your pathetic fantasy of undying love and eternal bonds, something that unnatural will never last. You'll see.
Okay, now I see why Ren hates Akito.
And you'll learn the hard way that no one really wanted you. Akira! My Akira!
You're up. I didn't realize. I need to talk to you.
Are you leaving
When I
too?
first met Yuki, I was so happy. 2 roles that hadn't been reborn in so long. It was different back then. I could show off in front of her, prove I was special. When did my world start to fall apart?
I don't know, when you started physically abusing people?
Yuki left the main estate to go live in that house with Shigure. So apparently the rat was the next one to desert you. Such a shame. I haven't been deserted and I won't be. Ever. All of them will come back to me in the end.
That's highly debatable.
You think the ones who get a taste of the outside world will return? If you truly believe they'll willingly come back to be bound by some gloomy god, well then, prove that nobody can break these bonds you always talk about. But if you do lose, grovel before me. And then get out! Leave the family for good.
So she's losing the fight.
I'd like to let Kyo come live at my house. Well, him and one other person, actually, if I have your permission. What do you think?
How did you swing this?
I believed that I could win.
Oh, okay. You took the chance.
They're leaving. They're leaving me behind.
Well...
Stop at once! Someone stop her!
Oh, she has a knife? Rooster, go! I mean, you're not a rooster anymore. Freak.
And it was like my head was suddenly clear.
Hello?
Give Akira back to me. I don't know what of his you've had hidden away in here, but it's mine. I didn't want to lose to this woman. I wanted to prove it however I could and force her to admit
Yeah,
defeat.
she's gone crazy.
You want it that badly? You can have this stupid thing!
She throws so high.
I know that you must be frightened, but I promise
So crazy,
I'm
no one
not
called the
leaving you
mom.
behind. Even if you can't see me, I'll be there by your side. I'd hoped your birth would comfort Ren and make her happy.
Didn't.
At least I can leave a child with her, though. And not just any child, but a special being with a divine purpose. I only wish that we could have made our peace.
Like you could make peace though. You had enough time to.
Wasn't me.
No. Akira loved you best, and don't ever let anyone convince you otherwise.
Can we just say he loved them equally?
He himself said he would be by your side. Always remember, Akira belongs to you. No one else can claim him.
He's not like a trophy.
It's a great treasure.
Here.
Akira's soul.
But it's empty.
Yeah, that empty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, who's next? Who's next? Not Hiro.
Lunch is all ready to go.
He gets to pick her up.
It makes sense. You've lived your whole life with those bones, after all. It's hard. And lonely.
You guys seem very calm.
Saying goodbye.
That is crazy.
One after another.
Yeah, they're dropping quick.
How much longer till the final farewell?
The final person will be Shigure.
How dare you allow a weapon to be brought in here?
Like you can talk. Your charge just tried to murder his own mother.
She's the one that brought it in the first place.
I gave it to Akito for comfort and solace in the wake of his dear father's death. It's merely a charm or a talisman.
I told you, Akito shouldn't be given such things.
Why not? It's a comfort device, I think, right? Yeah.
I was torn about the box. I believed in it. But I also didn't. I couldn't get rid of it. But I didn't want to look into it again. So I hid it. Can you blame me? That was my version of common sense.
No.
Don't you see? Nobody taught me otherwise. This was the life they gave me. Nobody ever offered me another one. So how do I ask when I don't know what to ask? Can you tell me that? Can you?
Let's change, Akito. If you stay in this place much longer,
is she really going to change though?
And the bonds will crush you.
It's far too late for you to say that. Change? No. We're past that point. It's too late.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to say, where did that go? Oh no. No, that was his pancreas. He's fine. He's fine. He can survive.
We're done. You screwed up. Now pay for it with your life.
I was about to say, there's no way he's just gonna walk it off.
What happened? You're bleeding.
Find Akito. Go now.
Yeah, go before she try to take Hiro out.
But it's too late. For both of us.
Where's that knife at?
Yeah, looks dead all right.
There's no way.
Were you just tired?
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
I'll be back. I'm going out.
Q! Please just wait for a minute.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. That was the whole episode? Hello? Help? Freak. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. Okay, listen. I'd say 75% of this episode made me feel somewhat for Akito. I was like, in the beginning, I wanted to push her off a 10-story building. By the 15-minute mark, it was like 3 stories, and then I could buy her crutches. But the very last thing she did with Kurono? Nah, I brought it back up to 10 stories. We'll get to it later. Kyo, a guy. Yo, what did he do? Like, okay, the whole mom thing. Don't think it's his fault. I mean, obviously it's not his fault, but I don't think the mom did it because of Kyo. I think the mom did it probably because of Akito and the dad. Honestly, I think both the dad and Akito probably blamed the mom for birthing the cat in the first place, to the point of where she did take her own life. So I don't think it's Kyo, but obviously Kyo somewhat thinks it's him. That's where Kyoko, like, I'm waiting for it, right? There's only a couple episodes left, right? At the end of this episode, Toru wanted to talk to Kyo, so I'm hoping they have some sort of conversation, and hopefully that conversation leads to Kyo explaining to Toru. This war that has been happening between the mom, Ren and Akito. It's both based off of jealousy. And it all started with this. Now, I will say, at the very beginning, I thought Ren was like, oh, this is how I get to become royalty real quick. Let me just hop on into this family. But by midway in this episode, I was like, okay, I think Ren actually truly does care for him. Because this was the main thing that drove them apart. And this is what drove Akito to do the things that she does, and was driving Ren to do the things that she does. I'm wondering whether or not this would have changed the dynamic if Akito wasn't born as the god. Because it seems to me that the main reason why he cared so much for Akito was because Akito was the god. Now that mindset is probably the same mindset as Rin. That's why she was so frustrated that Akito seems so smug about it. Akito is telling Rin like, oh yeah, he cared about me more. He loves me more than he loves you. I'm better than you because of that. But Rin's like, no, he didn't love you. The only reason why he cared about you is because you are the god, and he respects the god more, or it's more about respect than it is about that love. And this constant like bickering back and forth whether or not like the dad actually loved Akito more than Rin, or it was because of the bond that he cared more for Akito. And then this bet that they had, basically Rin was saying like, hey, if the bond was ever broken, they would leave you. Like, none of this love that the Zodiac members have for you is real love. And the fact that Kurano broke his bond further kind of like made her go crazy, because the reality of them actually leaving now exists. Kurano, you're such a chicken. Like, I get it. If someone was wielding a sharp object, I wouldn't go headfirst into them. And then Hiro. Hiro, really? I don't think there's any patterns to any of this. Like, I looked at the story of the Zodiacs, and it's not going by order that they showed up. The only thing they all have in common is that they're all guys. But if someone like Kisa breaks her curse next, then that throws that idea out the window. Ooh, Akito. At this moment, I was thinking, where's the knife? Now, I thought she left it inside the little room. Like, why would the maids leave her with the knife? I mean, she's kind of crazy right now. But no, she decides to stick it in his back. Now at this moment, my feelings for Akito dropped. Like, they were going up. I was like, oh yeah, you're the person you are, you know, is so tragic and stuff like that. Oh, you stabbed him. Oh my gosh. There's no way he's dead, right? I don't believe it. It's hard to say, because when it comes to shows and movies and stuff like that, the places that people get stabbed have so many different like levels of, are they okay? Are they okay? I've seen some people get stabbed straight through and they somehow survive. I've seen something like this where they get the little ping and then they die all of a sudden. But it looked like she stabbed him on like the lower right side. So maybe he might have kidney problems now. He have to drink more water or something. Maybe it hit his gallbladder. You don't really need that. Get bile somewhere else. Oh, did it hurt your colon? That's fine. There's more tubing in the GI tract that can help with it. There's no way he can die though. Like, he's meant to be with Uo-chan. But anyways, that was my reaction to Fruits Basket Season 3, Episode 7. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want me to know anything more, put comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.